it's important not to label yourself as a stutterer. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Minka, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the small bell icon by the subscribe button so you get notified when I upload a video. Today I really want to talk about a subject that I see a lot. I've seen it on YouTube, and I know it's a big topic. I'd say relatively big within the stuttering community that I see, is calling yourself a stutterer. And I know that sometimes, you know, we like to label ourselves. We can give ourselves any type of label that we want to. And I know in the stuttering community especially, it can be a very, you know, it can feel good to label yourself as a stutterer. I personally think that calling yourself a stutterer is not really a good thing. I sometimes say in my video stutter, but I think that the problem can come is when you're labeling yourself too much with that, then it will consume you. And I say this because it has happened to me. I don't think it's a good idea to come out as a stutterer. Like if you announce it somewhere, like on a social media site, I don't think it's good to say like, hey, I just want to let everyone know that I do stutter. I guess it can be good if you want to do that, but I personally don't think it's a good idea, because if there's a time where you're more fluent or a time where you just don't want to think about it, then someone can possibly remind you that you do stutter. And this has happened to me where I will be more fluent and I'll be talking with someone, and then I'll start stuttering more with them because I've told them that I do stutter. So sometimes if I do tell someone that I do stutter, I'll end up stuttering with them more. It's really weird. But unless it's my husband or my parents or anyone else, someone that I know close to me. But if I have to tell someone, say, hey, I just want to let you know that I stutter, I do think it's a good thing to tell someone that you do stutter. But say, like, what I like saying is, hey, I just want to let you know that I do stutter a bit. So it does not mean I am nervous if you hear me stutter. So that's one thing that does help me. And I will say though, every time I have told someone that I do stutter, I realize that I stutter more with them every time. And I think it's because I'm more nervous that they have now labeled me as a stutterer, and that has made me more nervous, and I almost feel like I have to stutter with them now. It's almost a feeling of, okay, Minka, now you have to stutter when you talk with them. And that makes me very, very nervous. So I will stutter more with them because I know that they're technically expecting me to stutter when I speak to them. I can say it's a good thing and a bad thing if you call yourself a stutterer. I personally don't like to call myself a stutterer. I prefer to use the term someone who stutters. So I think it can be very easy to label ourselves. If you're someone who stutters and you do like labeling yourself as a stutterer, then that is completely fine. It's up to you. But I'm just saying from my personal experience that whenever I think of myself as a stutterer, it'll just kind of hit, like it'll make me feel like, you know, it just, I can't really explain it, but I don't like labeling myself. So it doesn't give me a good feeling, you know. I don't like to think, oh, I am a stutterer, because then there are times when I'm more fluent and then I'm like, oh, you know, I don't really stutter. So, you know, it's just something I do, but I don't really like to have it be my identity, if that makes sense. So I don't really like to identify myself as a stutterer, but as someone who stutters. So then, you know, like if there's times where you're more fluent or whatever, then you won't be thinking of yourself, well, I am a stutterer, so I should stutter more, or I will stutter more. And that's just my personal thoughts on that. I think it's important just to, you know, think of yourself as someone who does stutter and just leave it at that. So that's my personal thoughts on whether I think people who stutter should call themselves stutterers or not. And I know in past videos I have said stutterers, and usually I say that because I'm trying to avoid saying the word people, because I have a lot of trouble saying that word, but I'm really going to try to avoid saying stutterers because I just don't think it's a very positive label to call someone who does stutter. But there are many stutterers out there that like to call themselves stutterers, and that is completely fine. But I just wanted to make this video on my thoughts on that. And please leave down in the comments below whether you like to be called a stutterer or just a person who stutters, and let me know your thoughts on that. I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!